days, guys. No more 20s, no more 30s. We are finally in the teens for Marvel Spider-Man. Okay, by the time I'm uploading this video, it will be 18 days until Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming out. So I thought, what not but a better time to make a Spider-Man 2 wish list. What I want from this game, what I think should be in it, and what, in my opinion, makes a Spider-Man game. So like and subscribe, and let's get into it. There's gonna be different timestamps down below, and I'm gonna be talking about 3 different sections: suits, story, and gameplay. Between the suits, story, and gameplay, the thing I care about the most is the story. And with that, I have a few elements that I feel like need to be in this game for the story to work. What I think this game needs to have the most is also a story about Miles Morales. And I feel like the story is going to focus a lot more on Peter Parker than Miles Morales, because in the end, this is a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man. And that really bums me out, because there's not too much of a chance that we're going to be getting a Miles Morales game within the next few years, because his game was kind of just to set an origin story for Miles, to show how Miles was learning to become Spider-Man so that they didn't have to waste our time in the second game trying to teach Miles how to be Spider-Man. Because all we know about Miles' story right now is that Mr. Negative and Mysterio are featured in it. While on the other hand, we have Peter Parker trying to hunt down the Lizard to get the cure for his friend Harry, while a symbiote is going loose and Kraven is trying to hunt everyone down. Another thing that I want is boss fights, because now with the new parrying system and the health bar for bosses, it'll just be so much fun just to fight like 10 bosses in this game. And while I know that seems unrealistic, maybe we could have a segment where we're Venom and we're fighting Kraven, or Miles and Peter are fighting and we're swapping between the two. There's so many fun and creative ways they can make this work that I'm just so excited for the boss fights. Though for this game to be perfect, we need my favorite character to return, and that is Screwball. Her missions were so much fun. They were so engaging as we grow her audience. She needs to get free loot this time next. I hope we break her out of jail. No Carnage, please. Like, can we not have Carnage in this game? I know, like, they're talking about, like, the spiral thing on the comment or whatever they're talking about, but, like, can we only have Venom as a symbiote in this game? Like, tease it maybe for the third game, maybe, but, like, I just need Venom in this game. I don't need Carnage. I don't need Riot. I know a lot of people say MJ missions suck, but if you keep them maybe short and sweet to where they then transition to Peter Parker, I feel like they could be fun and engaging. Maybe keep them like 5 to 7 minutes, okay? They don't have to be too long, and they could just transition right into Peter Parker. A few villains that would be cool in this game is Chameleon, because he's brothers with Kraven, Sandman, and also a setup for the Green Goblin. I think it's kind of obvious that the Green Goblin will be the final villain in Spider-Man 3, but I want them to keep it like that. I don't want to see Green Goblin until the third one. I've also been seeing a lot of talking about the Spider-Verse and that being in this game, and while I am fine with it being teased and maybe Gwen Stacy is in this game, I don't want Spider-Gwen or the Spider-Verse to like actually happen in this game. Maybe after Spider-Man 3 ends, we can have a multiverse story with Miles, or in Spider-Man 3 there can be something. In the end though, I'm not a writer and I don't really know what's the best for a video game, so I do trust Insomniac fully to write a compelling story, and in the end, I do think I will be satisfied. Those were just some things that I do think could happen and what I would like. But moving on to the suits, we have a few of them for Miles and Peter. Just to name a few suits though, I do think that the Amazing Spider-Man suit, the Spectacular Spider-Man suit, the Cosmic Spider-Man suit, the Final Swing Spider-Man suit, the Sensational Spider-Man suit, the Fortnite Spider-Man suit, the 1960 suit, the Spider's Man suit, the Ben Parker suit, the Ultimate Spider-Man, and the Dustin Weaver suit, those all would be pretty cool to be in the video. I mean, game, not video. I couldn't think too much for Miles, so I do think Miles will have a lot of original suits, but a few that I could think of is the Across the Spider-Verse suit, the Into the Spider-Verse suit, but it's actually the first suit where it's like this costume and he has like the eyes poking out of it, the classic Spider-Man suit from the Insomniac one, but the Into the Spider-Verse jacket is on it. Captain Universe, which is basically Cosmic Spider-Man. That's all I could think of for Miles, but I do believe that his suits are going to be as good as Peter's. Getting into the gameplay now, though, I do think that swapping between the symbiote and the normal suit should be seamless and easy. I don't think it's going to be at a press of a button. I do think you're going to have to click on the D-pad and go to the suits option, but if I'm able to just swap between that'll still be easy and fun. We do know that for my frame-by-frame video, you can pick between the symbiote and the normal normal suit in whatever levels you want. I just don't know how swapping the suits are gonna be, and let's say that there's a level that requires you to have the symbiote suit on. Are you gonna be restricted to keeping it on? One of my favorite things to do though while swinging is just do a bunch of air tricks, and from playing the game so many times, I basically know every single air trick. And while I don't expect there to be too many new air tricks, I do hope that maybe there's some air tricks for Miles and Peter. We do know that Peter's gonna have some new air tricks, but I don't know about Miles just yet. After I finish the main story and I 100% complete the game, I usually just swing around and fight crime. And the problem with the last game was that there was only 3 types of crimes in the last game. There was a car running away from the cops, there was a robbery happening, and then there was also like some hijack thing. But other than that, there was really not too many of them, which you got kind of bored after like 2 hours of learning how to do all of them. I just hope that when I complete the main story, there will be a bunch of side missions and other fun things to do. And what I also hope is actually New Game Plus, because if you don't know, when God of War Ragnarok came out, it took them like 6 months for New Game Plus to come out. I have a bunch of video ideas that kind of require New Game Plus, so it would be really nice for me to just do a New Game Plus without having to redo the entire story mode. And with the map being bigger, one of the things shown in the New York open world trailer was that they showed us Peter flying around the raft, and I'm wondering if maybe we can go inside of the raft and visit prisoners, because I'm just saying, that would be sick if we could like talk to Dr. Octavius and he's behind a cell and he's like, I hate you. That would be, I would love that, okay? The final few things I'd like to mention though is that I kind of want to have a few levels where Miles and Peter are working together. I feel like Peter will have the symbiote for the majority part of the game, so I do hope that there's a few levels where Peter doesn't have the symbiote and Miles and him are just fighting some bad guys, stopping some crime, but they'll probably take place for like the first 2 hours of the game. But the biggest thing that I want and what I think is on every single person's wish list is for Venom to be playable. They've hinted at it a bit, they've debunked it a bit. There's so many things going on that, to be honest with you, I have no idea whether we can or can't. And I really don't mind if we aren't going to be able to. It would just be a really fun, memorable experience if like for a level or two, we fight Kraven, or we just go through the city, or we just wreak havoc upon the city as we just destroy things. It would be so much fun. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I don't expect Insomniac to put all this stuff inside of the game. I just wanted to give you guys a wish list, and maybe if that stuff is in the game, we can come back, see what I got wrong, see what I got right. Make sure to comment down below what are some things that you guys want to see on your Spider-Man wish list, because we are only 18 days away from playing this game. I cannot wait. I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. Goodbye.